Have you been holding on to that beloved chair that was your grandmother's or your mother's, hoping to upholster it one day? Or do you see chairs at garage sales and thrift stores and sitting on the side of the road, and you wish you could pick it up and reupholster it and bring it new life, but you just have not mustered the courage to give upholstery a shot? Or have you started a project and now you're stuck in the messy middle and you don't know where to go? Well, stick around to discover how to reupholster that beloved piece of furniture without all the headache and frustration and trial and error. So let's get started. Mimsy here. I teach budget-minded people how to beautify and improve their homes with home decor, sewing, and DIY. And the number one thing I want you to take away from this video, other than paint, the number two easiest way to transform your space is with fabric. And my bespoke or modern traditional method of upholstery is the easiest way to get your project done. The bespoke is a completely custom and made specifically for you, is what that means. And my modern traditional technique or method is utilizing modern tools and modern methods, but keeping the traditional ways in mind. So with this method that I teach, or these methods that I teach, it'll give you the results that your family and friends won't believe that you did it yourself. If you were to take your chair or your sofa to your local upholstery workshop, you would pay hundreds or over $1,000 to have a sofa reupholstered. It would probably cost you $500 to have a chair like this Louis style chair reupholstered at your local upholstery supply shop. And that, my friends, is why DIY upholstery is the answer for sure. It's not that hard. However, you do have to know where to start, and it is good to start with an appropriate style or piece of furniture, or the appropriate chair is what we'll start with, as a chair, because there are some styles that are harder than others, and there are definitely some styles that are perfect place to start your upholstery project. And I teach this in my workshop, Upholstery Basics for Beginners. I do teach, that's the first module in my workshop or my course, is picking or selecting or choosing the right chair, because that seems like that's where my students get hung up, is they don't know what type of chair to start with, what's going to be the easiest thing to start with. So that's where I start in my course, Upholstery Basics for Beginners. When I first started upholstery, that was before YouTube, I just trial and errored my way through projects. I would just tear off a chair and try to put it back together. I looked at some books, which was really difficult, looking at two-dimensional drawings. And then it wasn't until I took an upholstery class at a night school in the town over from mine. It was about an hour drive, and I took this class. It was a group class, and everybody was in a different spot with their upholstery. And it wasn't until I took that class with a professional upholsterer that I really started seeing some great results. I learned the proper techniques and tools that the pros use. I learned the methods that have been used for hundreds of years in upholstery. It wasn't until I learned from a pro those age-old methods along with the modern methods and tools that I started to see really good results with my upholstery. And then I worked in an upholstery shop for about a year. I mostly did tear off in the upholstery shop, but I did learn a lot just from watching my upholstery mentor, watching him, and he did teach me a lot of valuable lessons in the shop. That was good experience. Most people wouldn't even consider trying upholstery because it feels overwhelming. They don't know where to start. They don't know what type of furniture would be an appropriate piece for a beginner. And maybe you're like this too. Maybe you have a piece that you've been holding on to that you want to repurpose, but you just don't know where to start, what you need in order to get started, or what style of furniture is definitely a good candidate and what style is not. Well, I want to show you what type of a chair would be the perfect candidate to start for a beginner, or show you whether or not that beloved piece that you've been holding on to in your garage is the right place to start, or maybe you should put that one on the back burner and start with something simpler for your first project. Because if you're feeling overwhelmed at where to start, or you are stuck in the messy middle, I want to show you the ideal chair to start with. Now, I can't promise you pro results on your first time out of the gate, but I do know you don't have time to waste and get crappy results, or money to spend on fabric that doesn't get completed. So my modern traditional method to upholstery is like a hole-in-one to repurposing your furniture. My modern traditional approach to upholstery, my choosing the right chair, is the first module in my upholstery for beginners workshop or course, and I'm going to link that up for you in the description box below. I think that once you learn what pieces or what chairs are appropriate for a beginner upholsterer, it'll give you a step in the right direction to starting your upholstery project. You'll be able to start your upholstery project with confidence, knowing that you can finish your chair upholstery in a weekend, because you'll have professional guidance every step of the way. Once you see what styles and why those styles are the easiest to upholster, you can hit the ground running and really make some quick progress in your upholstery project. And you can find the Choose the Right Chair video in the description box below. So click the link and I'll see you over there.